Welcome, one and all video game aficionados, to the StutterBullet Gaming Show, and today we are taking 3 performance spec vehicles up Pikes Peak to see which can set the fastest time. The first vehicle we have today is the Chevrolet Camaro RS 1969. It has 501 brake horsepower, 593 foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs 2,869 pounds. I have a feeling that actually, it's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. But the horsepower and the torque are quite far up there for a performance spec vehicle that is that light. On to the next car. The next vehicle we have is the Chevrolet Corvette C2. It has 446 brake horsepower, 430 foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs 2,773 pounds. It's only 200 pounds less than the Camaro, but it does have much less horsepower, about 50 less, and 55 to be exact, and it has about 170 less horsepower. 170 less torque. So it seems like this is at a big disadvantage. It may have 200 pounds less than the Camaro, but it just seems to be at a big disadvantage. Okay, on to the next car. The next car we have is the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe W196. I'll just call it the Uhlenhaut. It has 494 brake horsepower, 364 foot-pounds of torque, and 2,265 pounds of weight. It appears to have about 40 more horsepower than the C2, but it still has about a little bit less horsepower than the Camaro, and it still has about 100 less foot-pounds of torque though than the Camaro, even though it has it also has less torque than the C2, the Corvette. But it does weigh 700 pounds less than the Camaro, and 500 pounds less than the C2. So this may have it in the handling section. It is an older car though, so I'm not expecting much from it. But we shall see. I will see you at the bottom of the hill. Welcome back to the bottom of the hill, ladies and gentlemen, and here I have the 1969 Camaro RS. Let's see how it can do. 3, 2, 1, go. This vehicle appears to be very fast in a straight line so far. It had a very nice launch off the starting line. Oh, it appears we're going to have some oversteer problems. Even in one of those lighter corners right there, it did tend to swing out the tail a tiny bit. Ooh. Yeah, some oversteer problems right there. A little bit fast in that corner, and I was late to the braking, and it gave me some oversteer going in since I was hard on the brakes. Nice for that corner though, little oversteer. By little oversteer, I mean almost none. But there was some, just a tiny bit. It was barely recognizable though. Yes. Okay, this appears to be doing quite well in a straight line compared to the fact that it's not doing very well in the corners. Yeah, a little bit sliding out a bit there. Hit the wall. Yeah, as you can see on the exit right there, it did some did a little bit of oversteer, which messed up the exit. That one was messed up too. I should have laid down the power a little bit quicker, but it seems that the car didn't. Ooh, that one was a little bit nicer. I could have done without the oversteer though. oversteer, oversteer, oversteer. That's how I'm talking about with this car. Let's talk about the Squidward nose on its hood. Kidding. But yes, this car was nice to that corner, surprisingly. I thought it would have had some problems with that, with understeer or oversteer, because it doesn't appear to be the most handling-oriented car. I guess I just got the braking right. Let's see. On to this. Finish line 3. Why did I say 3, 2, 1? Okay, on to the next car. Welcome back to the bottom of the hill, ladies and gentlemen, and here I have the Uhlenhot. Let's see how it can do. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. Nice launch off the line. Felt like a very nice launch off the line. Although, so getting up here. Very nice shoot there. Stuck to the lines. Stuck to the lines. Sticking to the lines, sorry. Sticking AR cars. This car is not having as much oversteer through the corners as I thought it would be having. No, it feels very nice. Oh, there's some oversteer right there. I'm sorry. I lied, I guess. Although, it's definitely not having as much oversteer as the Camaro. So I think that this is just going to be faster than the Camaro anyways. Yes, this is definitely going to be faster than the Camaro. Because it has more horsepower, it feels faster in a straight line, and it's frankly just better through these corners. So much better. Although the responsiveness of the steering is not very great because of the age of the vehicle. Yeah, that could be improved upon. Fortunately, nothing I can do about that. Very nice through that corner. Yes. Let's see. Yes, this feels very nice, clear to drive. Despite its age, it seems like you have this car handling very bad. But compared to the Camaro, this car handles like a dream. It's doing well through all the corners. The launch out of the corners is good too. Now we just gotta see how it compares to the next car. The, oh. Why'd I forget what car we're gonna... Oh, well, we'll just have to see what car it is. What I remember. Jeez. I can't remember what car we're having next. Oh, well. You guys can scream at me in the comments. Yes. We're on to start to finish straight anyways. 3. On to the next car. Welcome to the bottom of the hill, ladies and gentlemen, and here I have the Corvette C2. This is by far the most horsepower and most torque out of all 3 of the cars. So, what I was saying, the Uhlenhot, may not win against this because this has the most horsepower, but I don't think the weight difference between the 3 cars is great enough for this not to win. 3, 2, 1, go. It also looks really cool. Oh yeah, look at this thing's launch off the line. 107 seconds. Not really paying attention, I was looking at the clock, sorry. Oh, and listen to it also. It doesn't appear to be having very much oversteer through the corners, surprisingly. I don't doubt that it's eventually going to, though. Yeah, there's some oversteer there. Very nice through all these corners. Oversteer, it might be a little bit more oversteer than the Uhlenhot. It's definitely less oversteer than the Camaro, though. Yes, it's definitely less oversteer than the Camaro. But this appears to be going so fast through these corners. Very nice through there. Very nice onto the straights too, getting a good top speed from all points of view. very little oversteer other than in that moment. Just gonna ignore that. There's just a little bit. That was just a tiny bump. I'm just glad we were going in the same direction because it didn't appear to really slow us down. Yes, this car is going quite fast through these corners, and I love the odometers. Well, no, what are those called? Dials on the dash. Not odometer, jeez. Yes. Oh, let's see how it does in this straight. What's the top speed that we're going to reach? 130, 139, 140, 150 miles an hour from this vehicle. 160. Actually 159, sorry. So the highest speed that she was 169 on this track. That's very good speed. Okay, on to the times. This Corvette absolutely blew everything else away. It got a 2:24.37. Oh, well, goodbye, person. You got a 2:24.37. The Mercedes Uhlenhaut got a 2:30.91. In their 60X wheel, surprisingly, came in second place with a 2:28.27. So the Corvette in first, the Uhlenhaut in third, and the Camaro in second. That was the exact opposite of the lineup I expected. I honestly expected the lightest car, the Uhlenhaut, to come in first, the Corvette to come in second, and the Camaro to come in third. So all of the places were switched around. Yippee! And boy, oh boy, when I said that I thought that the handling of the Uhlenhaut might not be able to take on the overwhelming horsepower of the Corvette, I was right. This thing is a demon. Fuel injection demon. Well, it's been a fantabulous time, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.